It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. And it comes your way next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, these Detroit Lions, they won over a lot of people with the way they played under Dan Campbell last year. They started 1-6, found their stride, won 8 of their last 10 games, and nearly got into the playoffs.
And when you think back to how they almost got in, that final Sunday night going to Lambeau Field and beating the Packers, that tells you about the culture that's already been established there. All you need now is to watch this team continue to play. They're going to contend, I believe, in this season.
Well, meanwhile, for the Falcons, I think they might be looking at the NFC South and saying, hey, with no Tom Brady anymore, even though we were 7-10 last year, this could be ours for the taking.
And it's been building to this level for this team because this will be the 3rd year under their head coach. They know exactly what he expects, and they're starting to play closer to their potential.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
Rumors of Goff's demise? Greatly exaggerated, it seems. Boy, what a big year he had last year. 29 touchdowns and led the Lions to their first winning season since 2017. Under his leadership, the Lions expect to make the playoffs for the first time in a few seasons.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 37 yards. And the Lions will take the lead first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
On first down, Ridder. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Ridder. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short, Ridder. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert, and I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This is taken around the 12. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0. as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Ritter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Ritter looks to throw it. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a